Hey, welcome back to the Chat Builds, and my name is Jerome. I've got some bad news, to be honest. Something happened a couple of weeks ago and it kind of threw me off, and I'm here to tell you all about it because, yeah, something really shitty happened. Okay, so the last video I made was the Motorbeurs Utrecht, and I filmed that and edited it straight away on the same day actually. It got me back into editing as well. I was kind of not doing anything, but I was recording a lot. I had so much footage on the GL, which is over there, the GL 1000 that I'm reconstructing. That's footage from over, I think, well over a year, nearly 3/4 of a year. There's still the third episode of the Melly Mile that was nearly ready to go, and lots of other stuff I still had to edit, or was going to, or maybe not, wasn't pretty sure. Anyway, yada yada yada. At some point during my travels to my work, the top case of my CX500 actually came loose. It's a long story, I'll save you the details, but in the end I lost my backpack, which was inside the top case, and it dropped on the road. So by stroke of luck, I turned around, had to drive back a couple of miles to where my bag would be. Two ladies were there, they picked it up and they kept it for me, and I actually stopped right next to them. I don't know why, but I was really lucky.
No. That shit wasn't love. This was divine intervention.
Anyway, that hard drive got damaged. Got back to work, fired up the hard drive, see if it works, and it worked perfectly. No issues. But, and I think you know where this is going. A few weeks in now, I started up the hard drive again, and it didn't work anymore. So click, 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 weird sounds, oh crap. So my Seagate Barracuda 6 terabyte disk with all my footage on it, everything is on this hard drive. Everything I did and everything I've done and needed to edit was on this hard drive, and it crashed. I took it to a data recovery center, which is here in Utrecht, and they did an estimate of how much it's going to cost to get that data off. There's like 3 terabytes of data on that thing. It would cost €1,000. Now, that is a lot of money. So I had to make a really tough decision. Would I get all that footage back and pay €1,000, or just take my loss and make new footage? Because the GL over here, I've done a lot of work on this. It's just, I had so much footage on the tank, on the frame, on electroplating, on the wheels, you name it. I've done so much already. Still need to do a lot, by the way. I had to make a choice, and I did. And I've chosen not to repair the disc. I still have it. If I win a lottery or something and stumble upon €1,000, I'll have it repaired. But it's just too much money. I just do this for fun, and €1,000 can go a long way in this bike or whatever. But that has been a very tough decision for sure, and it's given me a bit of a tummy ache for like 2 weeks, but I'm getting used to it, and I just have to crack on, I think. So that's the bad news. The good news is I still have my camera, I still have the bikes, and there's plenty stuff to do. So maybe I'll just do a different approach, like a fresh start on anything. And one of my friends said, just don't get too much backlogged and just post as much as you go along. So I think this might be that point to just kind of go with it and not do too much editing and saving of data, and just do it differently. So I guess that's what I'm doing. So if you're fairly new to my channel, which is likely, I am working on a lot of bikes, and a lot of them need to be finished as well. The one I'm building right now is a GL 1000, which is over there. Complete rebuild, complete restoration, and I think I'm about halfway-ish, I think. There's another bike, a CX500, which I'm going to start building now for the DGR. I want to was going to do a raffle or a lottery, but it's just too complicated here in Holland, and I'm just going to go and sell it. That's basically what I'm going to do, and the profit from that bike will go to DGR. So I'll be selling that, well, locally, or I don't know, we'll see. It's going to be a bit of a bish bash of bike. I think it's going to be like a tracker kind of thing. I'm kind of using all of parts I've been having laying around and stuff, so that's going to be a continuous video. I think I've started working on the GL and started electroplating. So these spokes, I've done all the electroplating on these wheels for the GL, and they look absolutely brilliant. It was a lot of work. It took me weeks to do that. Came out good. Electroplating, so cool. I really love it. What else am I doing? Of course, I've got an XT500 outside, which I need to sell, but it won't start for some reason. I bought it running. I saw the guy kick it over. It ran perfectly, no issues. Got it home, nothing. So that's a bit of a project. That bike needs to be sold as well to pay for this one. So if you're looking for an XT500, hit me up. What else? I got my beer for the DGR coming as well. And yeah, there is a lot to do. Another thing I lost, I just remembered it. I did a Raysan install on my CX500, my daily rider. That was a really cool video. I think, and nobody will ever know, of course, but that's another video that I'm really sad about, that I've lost that. There was a complete install of the Raysan ignition unit, the hall sensor effect thingy. The bike actually runs really good now. I had a lot of issues with the ignition, bike stalling and stopping, and it was dreadful. I had a really rough year with that bike, but it's perfect now. I've been riding it all winter and no issues whatsoever. It starts a lot easier. I may have to come back to that unit again as far as I can, because it's in the back of the engine. So yeah, somewhere over here. These are different models, but you have to take the engine out to get there. So yeah, I'm really not liking that I've lost that footage as well. So this is the bike for the DGR. I've already changed the wheels from the stock ones to, so these are the stock ones, the Comstar wheels. As you can see, they're pretty knackered here. They need a repaint, and I've changed changes to the old ones, the aluminium first gen bike wheels, and I've put on some really knobby tires. And I'm gonna change the shock, so it's gonna come up a bit more. And I had to work on the engine, which is over here. So this is the engine for it, and the engine runs. But when I took it apart, I was gonna do the valves. I did a video on that, but that video's gone, obviously. One of these were gone, so that the nut and this little pinch thingy, it was inside the engine. One I was actually able to get out of this channel over here, but the other part was actually inside the engine. So I had to open up the engine and put in a new gasket to get it out. Now there's a plate in here as well, which was damaged. Rubber of it was gone. It's an oil separator, I think, and I replaced that as well. So actually that was a good thing. So this needs to go back on the bike. It needs a bit of a paint job as well, so we'll do that. So that needs to go back into that bike. Now the XT500 back there, which is looking really good. It actually got some damage on the seat over here, and this is what happened during storage. So I've got a new cover for this. We need to do that, but it won't start. And I've tried a lot of stuff, but I've actually had some help trying to get it started from Gregor from the Kickback company. He didn't get it running either, so I'm a bit of in a pickle to see what I'm going to do. It seems to be a bit of a compression problem with this thing. So I won't start rambling about the bikes. I will do that in a different video. Kind of introduce that bike, I think. That will be best. But as far as the data goes, so my data disaster, I would call it. Yeah, I guess it is what it is. The lesson I learned is spread your data. Do not make these big discs, because if it goes bad, it's really expensive because there's so much data on it. So you better be off having separate smaller discs, so you kind of spread the risk, or go for SSD, but of course they're a lot more expensive. I still got a bit of a tummy ache from this. I know I still got the data. It just needs a lot of money to get it off. So in that, it's not really lost, but I just can't get at it. For now, I'm just gonna close this video. You're updated now, and yeah, so no third and final episode on the Mali Mile, unfortunately. The part where I actually did the Mali Mile, I drove along behind Sugarly Shed actually. So Ewan, we drove together. It was really cool. I went flat on my face at one of the corners. Yeah, I lost that footage. It's such a shame, but I guess I'll have to go again to the Mali Mile. So for now, I'm going to close this video. I'm going to record some stuff and get back at it. All right. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more content, which I'll have to make first actually. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. All right. Bye bye.